Hey guys, Scrappy K Sue. I got a few more Christmas cards to show you. The first one is this one right here. This is a digi image from a website called He Said, Fred Said, or Fred Said, He Said, something like that. They've got a lot of cute digis, and I've got a lot of them. These are some that I did last year too, and so I wanted to do them again this year. But I popped them up, and see that? So I'm not sure how they're going to make it through the mail because this is the only thing popped. I'm afraid it's going to get smushed on either side, so I'll probably put something here and a little bit something here so it'll kind of even out. But I used it on this with this cardstock. I think it's Recollection cardstock, but it's really thick. But I think it was one a couple of years ago I got that was in one of those regular small packs that are specifically for Christmas and had Christmas colors in it. It had the red, the green, it had white, it had a little bit of brown, it had a couple of different color shades of red and green, but it's really thick and I really like it. I wish all their cardstock was like that, but not. Anyway, I had enough to make a few cards, so I made this one, and I used the Swiss Dots embossing folder, and this right here is a vellum, and it comes from the Anna Griffin. I've got two different ones, so I'm not really sure which one it is. It's the Anna Griffin vellum quotes, and I got these last year, so tons of vellum quotes in there, and they're really pretty. They're all these type colors, and so I just cut this one out because this one happened to be really close to another one, so I couldn't use any kind of a die to cut it out because it would have gotten onto the other one. So I put glue underneath this part since you wouldn't be able to see it, and then for the rest of it I just put these little things on it so it would attach it to the card so it wouldn't come up. And inside is this. This is a stamp from Paper Tray Ink, and I just did the edges here with a corner punch, and that was it on that one. That was really cute. And then this one, let's see, let's do this one. This one is, this here is I believe it's a Cherry Lynn. I think it's a Cherry Lynn die. And this embossing folder, this whole thing's an embossing folder, this part, and that one is either Cuttlebug or Doris or Sizzix, one of those. But I just put a little bit of stickles on the little snowflake there to make it pop out just a little bit, and it's just white on white. And on the inside I had okay, this was one of my mistakes here that I learned. This is a stamp. Well, it originally was a stamp. This is the stamp right here. I stamped it on with Versamark, and before I realized what I was putting on it, I thought I was putting embossing powder, and I accidentally grabbed glitter. And of course glitter does not stick to this Versamark thing. It's a glue, but it's not strong enough to hold glitter. So when I brushed all of it off, it left behind, of course, the little watermark on there. So what I did was take my glue, a little glue thing, and went over some of the design that I could see with the glue, and then put the glitter on it. So I just did it that way. Now I didn't put everything on there because I couldn't see everything, but I just put a little bit, and then these are just the snowflakes are just little sticky things. And then this sentiment right here is just a wood stamp, Stampability wood stamp that I had. And this is a punch. It's a oh, here it is. It's an EK punch. It's just bows here. I wanted to put something else in there, but not a lot, since I had that thing on the bottom. So I put another red item in there. So there's that one. The next one is this right here. This is a stamp that I got from Tuesday Morning, which is actually a American Crafts little small stamp. It's right here. I've had it for about a year, I think, and I hadn't had a chance to use it, so I thought I would use it on this, but I didn't want to stamp it in black, so I got my markers and I colored it up. Well, I colored the bird thing up and did the other one in black and yellow little stars. And I wanted it to look like he was in the snow. So this is actually a embossing folder that I used. It's a UK embossing folder called Snow, and I got that probably a year or two ago, probably a couple of years ago when it was out, and I had the dangest time finding it because it was a UK folder and I could not find it anywhere over here. I finally did find it, and I can't remember if it was on eBay or what, but I've seen it here now, and I can't remember where, but it's actually, like I said, an embossing folder, but I wanted to put the actual snow part on it, so I got the liquid applique and just put it on every one of the little places where it was raised, and he'd embossed it, made it puffy and everything, so it's somewhat dimensional there with the puffiness. I put a little bit of ribbon on it, and that was about it. And then the inside is just a stamp I had. I think it's a Stampability stamp too, not sure. A Stampendous stamp is what it is, but there's that. And then I just took that leaf part that was on there and just stamped it a couple of times in the corners, and that was it. So there's that one, real simple. And this last one is I was just playing around with different stamps I had not used to see, and different techniques and everything, and decided I wanted to do some gold embossing. Now, I'm not really a fan of doing gold stuff, but this gold that I have is called Pirates Gold, and I think it's Stampability. I'm not sure exactly. Let's see. Stampendous, I don't want a Stampability. Stampendous embossing powder. It's called Pirates Gold. And this is the card. And the stamp, I believe, is a Whimsy stamp. And this right here is the middle part of that Creative Flake die that I had. And this is the Spellbinder square. Hang on a second. Hang on. Don't go nowhere. I'm coming back. Captivating Squares. This one. And the bigger one, I just like that design, so I wanted to use that. So put that on there. In the background, I used a Stampin' Up! Folder, and I think it's called Lattice. And I didn't want to just I wanted to put a ribbon or something, but putting it down here just wasn't right, and up here in the middle wasn't, so I just put it on the side right there. And then on the middle part, this is what I did for inside. This stamp is also, I believe, a Whimsy stamp. I think. I am very bad at this, I'm not sure why I don't keep these things out when I know I'm fixing to do a video, so I can tell you guys what I'm using. It makes me feel bad that I don't tell you guys, because I'm like, when I watch videos, I'm like, oh, what is that? I want that. Where do, you know, what is it, so I can find it. It's, you know, it's helpful. So when I don't do that, let's see. The Christmas tree is a whimsy. The middle stamp, I'm still trying to find. Sorry guys, I'm really sorry. It may be a Gina K stamp, I'm not sure. If anybody wants to know, let me know, and I'll see if I can find what in the heck I did with it, so I can tell you where to find it. But anyway, I stamped it and embossed it, and I wanted to give a little bit of a more gold in here around it. So I found my I got one of my Spellbinder dies, one that would fit it real good, and I cut it out. Well, when I cut it out and embossed it, this gold part was a little bit embossed too, but it's on the outside part of the die. So what I did was just got my Versamark pen. This is the Versamark pen that's got the glue in it, and I traced around it and then embossed around it and cut it out, fussy cut around it, and then this middle part just stuck right in there. So it became a border for it. So I thought that turned out pretty good. So there's that one. So, oh wait, I think maybe I've got a couple more. Yeah, here's another one. Now these are made from, these last two are made from K & Company. It's from a die cut card making pad. From this pad right here, I got last year. It's just got a few little patterns. It's double-sided. The other side are just more muted, you know, plain little colors that you could use for a frame or something. But I took a couple of those and let me get the other stuff that I know is right here so I can tell you what I used. Okay. Here's the front of the card. This sentiment right here is a K & Company chipboard sentiment in the Yuletide. It's the same collection as this little card stuff in this thing, and it's got two different sides here. So I used the Deck the Halls, put a couple of stars, and on the inside I stamped a paper tray ink stamp, and this is just one of those ribbon on a roll type things from Recollection. And the way that this cards are made is it's got, when you open it, it's got a flat top up here. So what I did was trace this part up here onto the back so it would be the same, so when I closed it, it would match instead of having a square bottom. But then I wanted a different color right here, so I got another piece that coordinated with it and just kind of cut it a little bit down on one side so it would go underneath it. And that's how I did that one. And there's that one. And then the last one is the same type card the same sentiment package, and this ribbon come from the Webster's Pages fabric ribbons that I got last year, and their little no, it wasn't last year, it was this year, I think, in their little fabric, or their little warehouse box deal thing. And I did the same thing with the shaping part, and this is another one of those, Fred said, digis that I had. I made some of them and kept them. I made some of them last year and kept them in a little acrylic box so they wouldn't get smushed, and so I could use them this year. And so I have this one, and the inside of this one is just another paper tray ink stamp, and that's all really I did with that one. So that's it. I know I got some more to do. I'm running out of time. Today's Sunday, and I'm gonna get these out Monday, so that I can. Hopefully, a lot of people will get them by Tuesday at least, because they're right around here. It shouldn't take a day or two to get to them. Other people, will just have to be after Christmas. There's nothing else I can do about that. So anyway, we'll talk to you guys later. Thanks. Bye.